Hi guys, and welcome to the ninth video in this video diary series where I share my first startup journey. So yesterday I mentioned the challenge in which I was facing, and I didn't want to opt out of the CSRF option for Django, because this increases the security of your site. And yeah, I wanted to find a solution and not just exempt this option. So I finally found the solution. I finally found the problem, and it was an art. Like seriously, like I had gone to ChatGPT, Google, trying to find a solution, spend hours and hours on this thing, and the issue was I didn't put an art. So I'm using REST framework, and when I want to have write an API view, so I get the API underscore view decorator from REST framework decorators, and when you have to call it, you have to start with an art. I didn't start with the art. That was the issue. So I'd already got to the point where I tried, and I was like, you know what? Let me just exempt this CSRF token check thing. Then once I am sure that everything is okay with this view, then I can go back and try to figure out this problem, because that's what I do. Like when I am facing a big challenge, I'm like, okay, let me go and do something else, then I can come back to this. And sometimes I have got come back to it and I found the solution. Sometimes while I'm trying to solve another problem, I find the solution. Anyway, I digress. So yesterday I'd already gotten to that point when I was about to, like, let me exempt this thing for now, then I'm going to come back to it. Then I finally saw the problem, that at in front of the API view, and I was like, oh my god, all this time, that's what has been disturbing. Anyway, so that was it. I finally solved that, but I was very thankful. And after that, there were other issues with the API view, but then I was able to solve from the next to the next to the next to the next. And I think I'm getting better at debugging because I do it a lot now. And right now, I remember one of my like my managing, I don't know, like a senior developer who I used to work with used to mention the fact that you know what, code produces what you give it. It's not magic. Code produces what you give it. It's not this one, not the exact words, but what he implied was what you coded, that's what you're receiving. So figure out what the issue is with your code, and it is not like it's impossible to solve. Like, it's what you coded, that's what you're receiving. So break down that code and figure out what the issue is. Well, sometimes it might be an issue with the library, it might be issues with some version conflicts, whatever, but a lot of times it's the issue with your code. So figure out what the issue with your code is. And that's what I always try to remember when I glitch a block and I'm not able to find a solution. I'm like, you know what? It's my code. And this code is only giving me what I've written. So I have to figure out what the issue is. So how can I make this code give me what I want? Anyway, so that was it for yesterday, and I felt very thankful, and I feel like I'm really becoming a pro at debugging. Yeah, because I think that's the most important thing. Anyway, let me not say the most important skill, but I feel like that's an important skill as a software developer, because I spend a lot of time debugging. I would say majority, let me not say majority, but a huge amount of time in my software development career is spent debugging. So it's good to know, like, I have learned some tips, and I know, like, okay, do this, do this check, do this check, do this check. And I'm even becoming better at understanding error messages, which is also a good thing. So I'm going to be glancing to the side because I'd written down some things I wanted to talk about, because I realized that I'll finish a video and I wanted to talk about something at the start, but then I'll not talk about it. I'll forget to talk about it. So solution, writing it down. So the next thing I want to talk about is the fact that I'm really falling in love with the process. Honestly, I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, and I was just saying that I'm really enjoying this coding thing these days. True, the challenges are a lot. You meet certain problems where you're like, you just want to scream, and you're like, well, what is the issue? Like, I have literally asked my code that several times, like, what is the problem with you? So Yeah, but I'm actually loving the process. I'm actually loving the process, and once you find a solution, you feel very thankful and you feel very grateful. So yeah, that's it. So also I've realized that during the week, because i I had the big goals of trying to put in like 8 hours or more into coding, um working on this startup daily, but realistically with the other things, combining my schedule with the other things I have to do during the day. Like I said, I have a job which I do, and I have other commitments which I have to handle, and combining all of those things, it's very tricky. Some days I get to the 8 hours and great, but I have averaged out at 7 hours a day. But weekends, when I don't, maybe Sundays, because on Saturday, sometimes Saturdays I still have to work. On Sundays, yes, 12 hours, I can put in 12 hours, and I'm targeting 14 hours on that Sunday. Like, planning Sundays, don't go anywhere, lock yourself indoors and just get the work done. That's the plan. Anyway, guys, this is already getting to 6 minutes. I think this is the longest video I've done so far, in this series. Thank you guys for watching. Thumbs up to this video if you enjoy my content, and hit the notification button and the subscribe button if you want to keep following me on this journey. Bye guys, see you next time.